The bodies of women in China are no longer under their control. Hello, listeners. I am Gabby Tappan, and I'm here today to talk about a very important issue, the reproductive rights of women in China. The real start of this issue was back in 2021, when China implemented the three-child policy, which allows for families to have up to 3 kids. China decided that it was necessary that they execute this policy because of their rapidly decreasing population. For some background information, China started a policy by the name of the One-Child Policy back in 1980 to put a cap on their population growth. But little did they know that it would prevent about 400 million births, and according to Britannica, create an unbalanced sex ratio with about 3 to 4% more males than females. China then realized that their population was decreasing, with a drop of 850,000 people from 2021 to 2022, and then a decrease of over 2 million people in 2023. In response, they decided to put the three-child policy in place, which lets families have up to 3 kids in hopes that their younger population will increase. Ever since this plan has been set in place, women are feeling oppressed and that their rights have been taken away. And the New York Times even states they do not feel sure enough to have kids in their country. They are being pushed back into their traditional roles, and China's top leader, Xi Jinping, is advocating for it. Since China is desperate to increase the younger generation, abortion is frowned upon. That said, single women who have children are disapproved of. For example, single and pregnant women are often denied public health care and insurance that covers maternity leave. And their children suffer to obtain education, medical insurance, and other social benefits. While contraceptives are provided almost everywhere and are available within easy access throughout China, the same cannot be said for sexual education and abortions. As stated before, abortions are usually criticized, and while it was legal in all states in China, CNN has now stated that back in 2021, China started to restrict abortions for non-medical reasons. Some provinces have even banned it. China does not usually offer sexual education to kids. In fact, most schools reject it and find that it is not acceptable or that they are embarrassed to talk about this subject. According to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, high schools in China are supposed to teach this subject, but most do not, resulting in students needing to use the internet instead. Needless to say, there is a very minimal amount of sexual education in China. There have been multiple attempts to solve this issue of women's reproductive rights in China. The first example of this is the maternal law that was passed in China in 2016. This law allows women to have a minimum of 98 paid days of maternity leave. This was a successful solution since women now feel more confident and able to have children since they are allowed at least 98 days off with pay, which will increase the amount of women having children since they can have an easier pregnancy and postpartum experience. Another attempt China has made to address the issue is by passing the Law of the People's Republic of China on the Protection of Minors law in 2020. This law helps make sure schools carry out age-appropriate sex education for minors, but unfortunately not all schools follow the law. The solution is on the right track because it tries to push everyone to learn the essential sex-related education. However, to be truly effective, it needs to be implemented with fidelity. While these solutions are a step in the right direction, I also came up with some of my own. My first solution is smaller but still effective, and it is to increase the number of locations where contraceptives are sold and to ensure a price of $100 or less to make sure that they are affordable. Alternatively, the price of contraceptives could change based on someone's income so that everyone can afford them if they want or need them. My other solution is to institute that everyone, especially females, take a class in high school or college that is dedicated to providing information about reproductive rights and contraceptives and how to get them. The main point of the course would be to prepare people for the future or maybe even present and to know what to do if stuck in a situation where this information is needed, or just to make sure everyone knows what their reproductive rights are. While there is currently a law on this, no one is enforcing it, leading to schools not teaching the class. Schools should create a curriculum and then monitor students throughout all their schooling years to make sure that they take this class. The government should enforce that schools are offering the course, and if not, give the school 3 warnings, and after that, the school's funding will be cut off until they offer the course. This class should be in all schools to ensure that everyone learns this information to prepare them for the future. In conclusion, women's reproductive rights in China are currently slim. There must be a change, and everyone needs to take action. Thank you for listening.